you ever stopped and looked at an airplane flying overhead and felt the wonder and awe of what you're watching? Most humans have, and then just carried on with their lives. In your case, you're embarking on a career choice to assemble these wonderful flying machines. In this module, we're going to provide you with a different learning experience to prepare you for your new job. Through the lens of our camera, we're taking you inside the process of structural assembly to see what you'll be doing on a daily basis
and hear from fellow structural assemblers.
As they say before takeoff, sit back, tighten your seatbelt, and turn off your phone. Before we start your Day in the Life module, we're going to provide you with a quick tutorial on the various elements that come together in the fabrication of an airplane or an aircraft. The first thing to learn is that in the factory, an airplane is more commonly referred to as an aircraft. An aircraft structure is composed of frames, stringers, and skin panels, either machined or formed from sheet metal or composites. As you can see, each one is an important part of the aircraft structure. Assemblies are the early stages of production of an aircraft. Each assembly is comprised of smaller parts, or hardware, or both, which have been joined or assembled to create what is now called a component. These components are then attached to each other to make larger components, or the component is attached directly to a larger structure. For example, spars, flaps, ailerons, and leading edges, which are smaller assemblies, are attached to the wing. Each structural component must be manufactured and assembled precisely to become the safe modern aircraft we fly in today. It's helpful to understand the main sections of an aircraft and when they come together. Aerostructures is the stage where major components are joined together or married up, which includes components like the flight compartment, also known as the cockpit, various fuselage sections, and the vertical section. Final assembly is the stage where the wings are married up to the center fuselage, along with the engines and landing gear. Also in this stage, flight controls are installed, which includes flaps, ailerons, horizontal stabilizers, and rudder, which are used to control an aircraft in flight. You'll see that we've highlighted in the animation the assembly of the wings and center fuselage. These are the assemblies you will be assigned to as a structural aircraft assembler at MHI. We now want to show you a typical day in the life of an aircraft structural assembler. The workday begins with your arrival at the worksite. Here, you change into your work uniform and dress for safety, including mandatory safety shoes, before entering the assembly workspace. The production floor is a noisy workplace. Ear protection is also mandatory. Additional personal protective equipment may also be required. Assembling airframes and components requires one of the cleanest work environments in any manufacturing sector. Take a moment to ensure you're following your workplace policy about wearing personal items, and remember to take off any loose jewelry or chains. Food or water is not allowed on the assembly workplaces, so take that last sip and let's head out.
Structural assembly is a complex series of tasks, and it is important to take time to prepare. Collect your work order, which is officially called a production inspection record, check the parts and tools you'll be working with, and meet with your lead hand or supervisor. This is your time to ask any questions and be clear in your mind what tasks you will be performing and that you have everything necessary to begin work.
As you become more familiar with the job, this preparation will become routine. Now is the time to establish excellent work habits as you begin your career as a structural aircraft assembler.
The community here is like just a family. They're like just my brothers, uncles, and aunties. Like everyone is just so nice. It's so fun. I can see there's growth here. I wanna make this as my career now.
At MHICA, there are two distinct work centers. You will either build and join wing assemblies or fuselage center sections. You will be assigned to one of these stages by your supervisor. Let's look at the production floor in more detail to give you a quick visual tour of the process. Your own workplace may appear different in some respects, but the job characteristics that are important to your success are the same.
When my mom first took me to the airport, I was instantly fascinated by airplanes, and from then on I wanted to do or pursue a career within aviation or aerospace. Being good at what I do here matters to me, and I see myself here for a very long time. And you're helping to put this machine in the air is just mind-blowing. If you're passionate about airplanes, if you want to collaborate in a diverse team, if you want to be part of something bigger, definitely you should consider structural assembler here at MHICA.
On any given day, your assignment may require you to be standing for a significant amount of time, reaching above your head, or kneeling or working in tight spaces. Take a moment to watch the technical expertise and see the important role you will soon be performing on a daily basis. In these videos, you'll notice that there is a lot of activity in and around the production floor. It is critical that you follow all safety signage, be careful where you walk, and be alert to directions from other assemblers and especially your supervisor. To complete the assignment safely at the highest standard, the job requires a keen awareness and correct work procedures and tool use.
I started here as a general labor, and then they saw me working so hard, they put me in the production. It's not hard to learn. I came from the bottom, and now I'm a lead hand. I'm willing to teach. MHI family, because they treat you as a family, right? That's what I like here in MHI. Wherever I see a plane flying, on the sky, my name is there.
In the assembly stages, you will apply your skills as a structural aircraft assembler by fitting parts, drilling, countersinking, and riveting, among many other technical tasks. Throughout the entire plant, a dedicated focus on cleanliness is required by all employees, as the floors are swept and work areas are cleaned. Dirt, debris, and other material left in a completed assembly or component will affect their operation and cause increased wear or damage, or even the failure of the part. As your mom undoubtedly told you, clean up after yourself. It's good advice for a structural aircraft assembler too.
It is unique that MHI is accommodating. You can work 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day, 4 days a week, 5 days a week. You don't get those opportunities with other companies, so it's great to work for a leadership team that works with the employees on the floor. Everybody gets along. You can ask anybody any question, and they'll be helpful, and they'll answer it, and they'll guide you into the right direction. We don't want one another to fail. We work together, and we all have that same goal, and we're all striving to get a certain amount of wings out the door at the end of the year while focusing on quality and safety.
Your individual tasks can change daily depending on the specific requirements of each component. Sealing, drilling, riveting, or installing hardware are all assembly techniques you will become familiar with. The individual skills of each task are unique, and it is important that structural airframe assemblers hone their craft by repetition. The same way athletes repeat their swings, shots, and throws many thousands of times and become professional. As your workday comes to a close, it's important to review with your supervisor any work that you have started that the next shift will take up. And it is always a good practice to reflect on what went well during the day, on any surprises, or consider what you might do better or differently to improve your routine. Now is the time to establish excellent work habits as you begin your career as a structural airframe assembler.